Right now, a snake could be lurking in your garden, and your plants are the primary reason it is there. Most homeowners are unaware that some of the most common and beautiful garden plants essentially send an open invitation to snakes. This is not because snakes are attracted to the plants themselves, but because those plants provide the exact conditions they need to survive: shelter, shade, moisture, and a consistent food supply. Today, we are examining 15 specific garden plants known to attract snakes, the reasons why each one does it, and exactly what actions you should take. English ivy is among the most snake-friendly plants you can have in your garden, though most people have no idea. Its dense, ground-hugging vines form a thick, dark layer of cover that snakes utilize as a secure hiding spot during the day. Furthermore, the moist, cool environment beneath the ivy attracts insects, slugs, and small rodents that snakes consume, making it essentially a buffet with built-in shelter. Liriope, also known as monkey grass or lily turf, is a popular border plant and a common snake habitat. The dense, clumping growth remains low to the ground and creates a thick tangle of leaves where snakes can vanish within seconds. It retains moisture effectively, keeping the soil underneath cool and damp, which is exactly what snakes seek when they are trying to regulate their body temperature. Low-growing juniper shrubs spread wide and thick with branches that touch the ground, creating a dark canopy of cover. Snakes, particularly larger species, prefer to coil beneath juniper shrubs during the heat of the day because the dense branches maintain stable temperatures and keep the ground shaded. The layer of dead needles underneath also stays dry and insulating, making it a perfect den area. Tall ornamental grasses like pampas grass, miscanthus, and feather reed grass are beautiful in a landscape and absolutely ideal for snakes. The thick base of these grasses creates a hollow, sheltered space at the center that snakes can enter and exit without ever being seen. The height also provides them cover from predators, turning your ornamental grass planting into a five-star snake retreat. Hostas are shade-loving perennials with wide, overlapping leaves that create a cool, dark microclimate underneath. Snakes use hosta beds the same way they would use a rock crevice, as a shaded resting spot where they can hide while staying close to the ground. Hosta beds also attract slugs and frogs, which are two of the most common prey items for smaller snake species. Creeping phlox hugs the ground tightly and spreads in a dense mat that is nearly impossible to see through. That thick mat traps moisture against the soil and creates a hidden layer of activity underneath. Insects, earthworms, and small invertebrates move freely under there, drawing in snakes that are hunting. Because it is low and flat, homeowners rarely notice a snake moving through it until they are right on top of it. Pachysandra is one of the most widely used ground covers in American gardens, and one of the most snake-friendly. It grows in thick, uniform mats that block light from reaching the soil, keeping it permanently moist and cool. This combination of dense coverage and consistent moisture is a magnet for earthworms, pillbugs, and small amphibians, all of which bring snakes into close range of your walking paths and flower beds. Azalea bushes grow with a dense, low-branching structure that creates a sheltered space right at ground level. Snakes use the area beneath azalea bushes as daytime resting cover, especially in warmer months. The leaf litter that collects under azaleas also harbors insects and small prey, turning the base of your azalea planting into both a snake shelter and a feeding zone. Holly bushes are thick, full, and thorny, which means predators stay away, making them attractive to snakes looking for safe cover. The dense interior of a holly bush is hard to see into, making it easy for a snake to remain completely undetected for days. Holly also produces berries that attract birds and small mammals, and where there are small mammals, snakes follow. Vinca, also called periwinkle, is another fast-spreading ground cover that carpets the soil in a solid, unbroken layer. Because it spreads so aggressively, it creates large, continuous stretches of cover where snakes can move freely without exposure. The moist, shaded conditions underneath Vinca are ideal for frogs, and wherever frogs live, snake activity increases significantly. Deeply mulched garden beds planted with thick perennials or shrubs create some of the most attractive conditions possible for snakes. Mulch retains moisture and warmth, generating microbial activity that draws in earthworms, insects, and rodents. Snakes are drawn to the warmth of decomposing mulch, especially in early spring when they are emerging from dormancy and need external heat sources. Wild and cultivated brambles like blackberries and raspberries create incredibly dense, thorny thickets that are nearly impossible for humans or predators to push through. That physical protection is exactly why snakes take up residence in bramble patches. The fruit attracts birds and rodents, which brings snakes in as predators, and the tangled canes give them all the shelter they need to stay long-term. Daylilies are extremely common in home gardens and often planted in large, dense clusters. As the foliage dies back and regrows season after season, it creates a buildup of dead plant material at the base that holds moisture and offers snakes a place to hide at ground level. Daylily beds are especially attractive in spring when snakes are actively foraging and looking for warm, sheltered spots close to the soil. Low-growing sedum stonecrop spreads close to the ground and creates dense, succulent mats. While sedum itself does not attract a lot of prey, it provides low, flat cover in sunny spots, which is exactly where some snake species prefer to bask. Snakes will position themselves at the edge of, or just underneath, sedum mats to absorb solar warmth while remaining largely out of sight. Garden ferns, especially large spreading varieties like ostrich fern or autumn fern, create a lush, dense canopy close to the ground in shaded areas. The combination of dense fronds, consistent soil moisture, and heavy shade creates a cool, humid microclimate that attracts salamanders, frogs, and earthworms. All of those creatures are primary prey for common garden snakes, which means fern beds can be some of the most active snake zones in a shaded garden. To reduce the risk without tearing out your entire garden, follow these prevention tips. Keep your grass short. Snakes avoid open, exposed areas. Keeping your lawn well mowed removes their ability to travel unseen across your yard and eliminates cover close to your home. Trim shrubs up off the ground. The danger zone for most shrubs is the space between the lower branches and the soil. Trim the bottom of your shrubs so there is a clear gap of at least 6 to 12 inches between the ground and the canopy. This removes the hidden pocket that snakes rely on. Remove leaf piles and debris immediately. Leaf piles, wood piles, and garden debris are premium snake habitats. Do not let them accumulate. Create a gravel border around your home. Snakes dislike crossing rough, exposed gravel because it offers no cover. A 2 to 3 foot gravel border around your home's foundation significantly reduces the chance of snakes approaching the structure. Control rodent populations. This is the most important long-term prevention step. Snakes go where the food is. Thin out dense ground cover regularly. Do not let ground covers mat into solid, unbroken layers. Eliminate standing water and moisture sources. Fix leaky irrigation. Remove containers that collect water, and improve drainage in areas that stay soggy after rain. If you want to reduce snake attraction without losing the beauty and function of a planted garden, these alternatives provide great results with far less risk. Instead of dense ground covers like ivy or pachysandra, consider using decomposed granite, river rock, or decorative gravel as a ground treatment in problem areas. Instead of large ornamental grasses, try low-growing clumping grasses that stay tighter and do not develop the hollow center base. Blue fescue is a great option as it stays compact and tidy. Instead of wide-spreading shrubs, choose upright columnar shrubs that grow vertically rather than spreading wide at ground level. Instead of deep mulch beds, try using a thinner layer of mulch, 1 to 2 inches maximum, over landscape fabric or gravel. For shady areas, instead of ferns and hostas, consider using raised planters or elevated container gardens. Lifting plants off the ground eliminates the ground-level hiding zone entirely. Lighting is also your friend. Solar-powered path lights and motion sensor lights around your garden borders make your yard less appealing for nocturnal snake activity. Finally, plant lavender, marigold, and lemongrass in sunny borders. These are commonly associated with some deterrent effect through strong scent, and they do not attract the prey species that draw snakes in. Now you know not just what to watch for, but why snakes are drawn to these plants in the first place. That understanding is what makes the difference between a garden that stays safe and one that becomes a snake habitat without you ever realizing it. Please drop a comment below and tell me which of these plants you currently have in your garden. You might be surprised how many people have several of these growing right now. If this guide changed the way you look at your backyard landscape, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. We are uncovering the hidden realities of the nature around us that many try to ignore. Protect your home and cultivate a safer future. Our next essential discovery will be revealed soon.